the world number one, the winner of 7 tournaments in a row, all that good stuff. And he has not been in any news recently, so there's absolutely nothing to talk about. Let's just say hi to him and see how Magnus is doing. Mr. Magnus, are you there? How's life?
Good.
Are you ready to...
Everything hunky-dory, ready for my next tournament.
Are you ready to take on the Chess24 mob?
Absolutely. I'm gonna start scrolling through the challenges as we speak. And I think I just accepted my first challenge. Or did I? Apparently I did not. Okay.
Can't see it here yet, but yeah, sometimes.
There we go.
Refresh. Now we can see something.
Yes. Okay, so let's go. I'm playing against an IM from an FM from Yemen, and we are off. Think I had this position in an earlier Banter Blitz with both white and black. So, in general, not the most critical way of playing against the Blitz, but I guess that the little extra central control still counts for something. So bishop b3, I suppose. If ED, I'm going to take with the bishop, since knight d4, knight c5 looks a little bit awkward. So in case of now knight c5, I have e5 or even bishop c5 with a very nice position. And this one looks like it's just begging to be driven away with f4. If knight c6, I have a nice square for the bishop on f2, and I'll try to continue with g4 and then either bishop h4 or knight g3, something along those lines, and claiming that my space advantage means something. Yeah, h5 is a sensible response. I'm thinking I should probably go knight d4 now, since g4 is not on the table anymore. Should try and find another route for my pieces. I'm not loving it though, since he has bishop d7 to c6 later on. And he probably should have gone bishop d7 immediately, because this I don't especially like for him. I think his his pieces are a bit awkwardly placed. Question is, can I exploit it? I can go queen to d4. Probably should play queen f6. Then I retreat, intending knight t5, but maybe there's not much there. Okay, I'm gonna try it anyway, see if I can misplace some of his pieces. Then the idea is to try and induce knight b6 to prevent knight e5. Then I will go b3 and claim that his knight is misplaced, and that he still struggles to find good squares for the pieces. Yeah, it does have this though. Quite tempted to go e5, but I cannot really see the follow-up, so I'm just gonna go rook to e1 instead. Now with bishop c6, I'm thinking maybe e5 is an option. I feel like I'm already thinking way too much in terms of forced moves here. But I'm not sure my position is really that promising if I just do nothing. Okay. Yeah. Thinking about queen to e7, then bishop c6, maybe has queen c5. I can then play queen f2 to force a slightly better ending, but in general I have bigger goals than that. Maybe queen e3 is more precise. Choices. I'm thinking queen f2, then he takes rook f2, b6, rook f6 would be nice. Lines like rook e5, rook g6 are probably good for me, but he had knight d7, rook c6, knight e5, and there's a really nasty fork on yeah, somewhere. But one thing's for sure, that I cannot keep spending so much time. It's just, yeah, it's too much. So I'm gonna try to force matters. Now with rook e8, I'm banking on knight e2, threatening knight e4 and knight f4. But I'm not convinced by my own play at all. Yeah, this one I don't think is very good though. It's just walking into everything. Still king h7 maybe, queen h6, king g8, fighting. Yeah, finds the best moves. Do I have anything else? Probably not. Rook e2, does that work? No, I don't think so. So I have to rely on my technique instead. c4 is done. He doesn't want to go to d5, he wants to go to e5, which he realizes, of course. I have to say he's not playing badly. Well, that was a bad move though. With it's a general rule of thumb that with two rooks against rook and a bishop and a rook, or a rook and a knight, you should almost never exchange rooks with the weaker side, because then the remaining minor piece will usually be pretty helpless against the rook. And I don't think this case is any different, because now it's completely hopeless. Yeah, it was a pity. Okay. Next challenge. I'm gonna try a 3-minute game against Panther Chess. Professor Dr. Panther Chess. Seems like a fake name to me. But try and get some quicker games as well. So yeah, Queen G4 is not the best move. But then again, who cares? Just trying to have fun. He's playing very sensibly so far. Should probably play knight c6 now. After bishop d3, knight c2 e7. Then knight to f5 later on. And there's a serious argument that my pieces are just misplaced. That was a bit strange. I'm sorry, Panther Chess, you're probably... This is just way too risky. He wants to take on b2, I suppose, but this cannot possibly work. No, he didn't. Well, then I'm just surprised. Why did you give up the exchange? That was unnecessary. Could have played knight e7 earlier on, since my threat of taking on g7 then would be balanced by his ideas of queen b2 later on. But now, unfortunately, he's an exchange down with a pretty terrible position to put. Not wanting to calculate, I just bring rook into the game, threatening queen g7, which this move doesn't prevent. I probably have other ideas like e6, looks very nice, but this one is always yeah, he resigned. One thing that should be noted that well, unless he plays rook f7, it's mate in 1, and if he plays rook f7, I can go rook d7, king d7, then even e6 check, winning the queen on c3. Apart from just taking the rook. So, by the way, don't challenge me with increment. I'm only gonna accept 5 or 3-minute games without increments. Clio PL? Maybe I played Clio PL before. Yeah, that was a mistake. I try in general to accept challenges from people I haven't played before. But, well, I'm not gonna abort the game, so here we go. E3. Okay. The thing is, if the right response is usually considered e6, and then knight e2, knight e7, d4, and so on. It's unbelievably dull, so I'm going to try something else. Try and yeah, just play this way. What he does is pretty sensible. He wants to play e4 at some point. But at least he's spent an extra tempo on e3, e4, and basically he's my lack of dark square bishop doesn't really matter, since I'm gonna castle queenside. Yeah, a4. I should always go knight a5. Trying to play on the light squares. Knight c1, that was pretty creative. So I suppose I should just yeah, go on. Takes on a5, I'm just gonna take on g3. It's not much to think about. We're playing a practical game after all. Yeah, he does the sensible thing since there's no mate. So I'm thinking if I go, oh, I have some queen b7 ideas. Okay. So I'm gonna play ba immediately. Yeah, he would love to play queen f3, but that doesn't work because of queen h3 and queen h2 mate. And if this, it looks like I'm sort of winning a piece. Ah, no, because I don't think he has a good square for the king. He would love to play like king h2, queen b2, and then rook b1, but I believe that then f2 is hanging. Ah, king h3. Very clever. Very clever. Huh. So now the point is queen b2, rook b1. I have to give up the queen or I get mated. So we'll play an ending instead, which is fine. Yeah, my knight is still undeveloped, but I believe it's still a better piece than this terrible bishop. So I believe if rook h8, I have rook b1. So maybe knight to g4. Trying to annoy him a bit before I start taking his pawn. f4, I go back to g4. Still fighting for those squares, and now very, very happy to play f5. Since his king is soon but gonna be caught in a mating net. Okay, I'll just take an a4. Rook. Yeah, you can do this, but this is absolutely hopeless. Oh, I'm short of time. That's something I should think about. Let's talk more play. I have a very easy winning plan. Yeah, since he cannot leave the d2 pawn, d3 pawn, I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not that slow. Nor that weak. Mate next. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Crypto. Another German. That wasn't my intention. I don't have anything against Germans, but I don't want to play only Germans, or 2 out of the last 3. Okay, let me get back to my usual Banter Blitz opening, see if people have learned. My guess is they haven't. Maybe he has. He's playing quite quickly and confidently. Okay, knight g7 cannot be too bad. Bishop g4. Probably should use the chance to take on. Now I'm not worried about e6. I'm just gonna probably take on d4. Knight c3. I would. So yeah, it's nothing too special. If queen b6, he has knight a4. I'm gonna make a waiting move instead. There was probably no way I'm castling queenside, so I'm not worried about removing that particular possibility. I'm kind of thinking of knight e3, fe3, bishop h6, just to hint at knight e5. But I don't play chess that way. Knight a4. I guess I'm always happy to go queen b4 and take it into an ending. Should be fairly comfortable for me. In general, I have a good position. Nothing special, but yeah, quite comfortable. But he's played well so far. Well above a rating of 1700, that's for sure. Now I'm hoping if queen b4 and knight b4 that I might have some tricks. And knight c5, that just looks very, very shady to me. Yeah, my spidey sense tells me that there are just way too many pieces hanging for such a move to work. I mean, you need to have at least a3, b4 before going for that with when I have so many pieces attacking d4. Now, obviously, if bishop d4, I can go knight d4, winning a clean pawn and presumably the game, but I do have the feeling that bishop g5 might be even stronger. So I'm going to try that. And I'm nothing if not greedy. The thing is, if he goes either rook to d1, I'm going to take on either c1 and d2, or d2 and then d4, maybe later on c5, and I'm going to emerge and exchange up. And it feels like the only try may be bishop e3, but then I take, and he's still in a world of trouble. Yeah, and he's taking his time, which is sensible, considering that the position is a very tactical and confusing one. But yeah, I couldn't find anything better than this, and there probably wasn't. So now I'm just a clean exchange up, and yeah, it's gonna be game over soon. But he did play a very decent game. So well done, Crypto. I think we're both happy. You got the chance to play a game and played quite well, and I'm never happy if I don't win. So there you go. Yeah, fortunately has a rook on b3, so there are no tactics. Okay. Feeling most like playing 3-minute games now, so I'm gonna accept another 3-minute game. Another German? It's a shame I cannot see the nationality when I think about the challenge. So B3 to Larsen opening. Don't try this at home. Nah, it's not too bad, actually. So he's handling it in a very solid but not too critical way. This is kind of what you dream of when playing the double fianchetto. Not that it's great for white, it's just that you have kind of comfortable play. But I wouldn't claim to be an expert by any means. But here you can maybe even objectively fight for an advantage. So he goes knight d7. It's pretty well known that if knight c6 there, cd5 is pretty good for whites. So he sensibly does something else, but on the other hand, the knight I think is much better placed on c6 with a pawn on d5. I think with the knight, if you want to play the knight to d7, you should rather play play the d6 instead of d5. So now the question is what to do. Several plans. Let me try this one. I could go. It's a bit stupid to remove the rook from the f file and then go knight h4 with the possible idea of f4, but who knows? Plans are overrated. I also have the idea of taking on d5 and then going knight f5 at some point. Why not? It's probably really, really bad. Yeah, I realize now that knight f5 can probably be very well met by several moves. So what should I do then? d4? That's a proper admission of failure. Yeah, this is why I don't play these systems in general. I just don't understand them. Try to think on my own from the start and then it all goes awry. But he is very helpful. There is no way he should not take on d4 in that position, I would say. So now I'm kind of getting what I want. Yeah. I started out playing aggressively, so I'm gonna continue. No, I didn't start out, but with all of this CD and so on nonsense, I started playing aggressively, and I have to say I'm being richly rewarded with an exchange. Thank you very much, Kickers fan. Although it's a little bit counterintuitive that knight c7 actually traps the rook. But it does, so that's what you have to deal with. Should I take? Yeah, I'm just gonna take. Still trying to play enterprisingly. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, since now d5 is hanging. As far as I can see without compensation. If bishop d5, bishop d5, bishop g3, I would have had bishop. Ooh, that was missed. If rook c2, then I have to speed up. Yeah, He tricked me. Well, take on c5. C1, that was your idea, no? He has king h8. That was stupid. Or this one. Okay, I have to play faster. That was silly. Yeah, I'm gonna flag him, but I don't like it. Ah, that was dumb. Okay, whatever. Good game. Okay, I tried to accept the challenge from Test Viking earlier on, but now I'm gonna do it. Test Viking, who is that? Somebody from Sweden. Okay, white again. 1d4. Wow, f5. Huh. I thought people didn't do this since the famous... Yeah, everybody knows that one. The Queen h7 game. But yeah, I think it's not unplayable for black indeed. So basically it's something along the lines of, well, if I hadn't played c3, then knight e5, queen e7, and the queen on h5, then queen h7 is a forced mate. But obviously, with the pieces as they are, it's not. And I should be content with a slightly more pleasant position. It's I feel like I have such good control over the center here that even though he has a good pawn structure, that I definitely have an initiative. And I want to to exchange this one. And you can get the queen to h5, but I don't think it's too meaningful. He's solid, but I'm slightly better, so pretty happy. Just avoiding knight f4. If he moves the bishop, he always runs into knight e5. So he's clearly preparing that, so I'm taking measures. And I think I'm happy to play f4, increasing the amount of space that I control in the center. Yeah, I think you should be careful about this one. He might run out of squares for his queen, but I suppose for the moment he's okay. Yeah, once again, gotta speed up. I didn't see that one. G4 feels a bit too loose. Yeah, I misplayed this. So I'm gonna start playing for tricks. Well, I'm allowing HG and then rook f4, but I'm thinking that I will have. I'm so bad. I was thinking that I was gonna have c4, but he has rook f8 then. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm gonna have to hustle instead. I don't think my position is completely hopeless, but I am running out of time. That was pointless. Okay. Feels like he's starting to misplace his pieces a bit. Yeah, that was a good move. Oh, mouse slip. That was lucky. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, dude. Okay. Well, this is a Banter Blitz regular, I think. Jordan van Forest. Here we go. Okay. It's only one opening to try, obviously. Maybe he's prepared against the rat. Who knows? He's thinking, so he probably hasn't. Reading bishop d3? That looks weird. I don't think this is too impressive. Because I'm probably going to get a good version of the French here. Yeah, so he sensibly decides to avoid bishop g4. What am I gonna do? I should play bishop f5 instead. Am I running into e6? Nah, I don't think so. Maybe I am. Okay. Yeah, I'm not commenting right now because I don't know what to say really. It's just a mess, but I'm very, very happy with what he just did. I feel like now my play could possibly be vindicated. Ooh. He has rook b1, which is a bit annoying if I go back to c6. Yeah, I'll go to b5 instead. Feel like the knight is gonna sit really pretty on d6. Now I think I'm just better. Bishop g7 is coming and knight on a8 is doomed. And he might still nominally be material up after knight b6, but yeah, I think my positional trumps, they are much more valuable, and he also cannot castle. Yeah, queen b6 would be a nice move, except for the fact that I would just go queen e4 check and then take the knight. Not worried about entering and ending with a rook down, since I'm getting that knight back. Yeah. King is sitting very, very pretty on c6. I suspect that I was losing after knight g5, queen a5 in the opening, let's say after just castles, but after he took an e6, the game became pretty unclear and subsequently has turned around quite a bit. What should I do? Queen e4? a5 looks nice. a4. Queen back to c4. Yeah. Yeah, I could have played knight b5, but it feels much better just to continue squeezing him here. e4, reintroducing the threat of knight to b5. Now I can check on d3, followed by knight c4. b5 is still coming. b4, knight a3. Oh, I could also have taken on h6. I should take a little bit care to not to lose some time still. No, I mean, that was not my intention. Now I'm probably gonna lose some time. Checkmate! How about that? Okay. Exciting stuff. Still playing too slowly, but at least the games are fun. Okay, Fire Marshal. Don't think I've played Fire Marshal before. Let me see. Okay, e4. Don't think I've tried that one so far today. f4. Let me see what he does against the King's Gambit. Spoiler alert, Queen h4 was a good move. But, anywho. It's still good for black, but the inclusion of knight c6 and... what is it I'm supposed to do here? Guess knight b5, huh? Don't know my Steinitz well enough to tell you the details here. Should I play c4 or should I play a4? a4 looks sensible. Always thinking positional, even in such a tactical position. Take f4. Yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, that was the only problem I had with my last move. That knight f6 is a little bit problematic to meet. Okay, let's do this just for fun. King back to g1. So I've just given up in central pawn with tempo, but I've hidden away my king, and now I have my own ideas, like bishop c7 and knight a7. So at least practically speaking, it feels unclear, and that's really all you can hope for. Like objective evaluation like this in a blitz game, I would say it just doesn't matter. And now I would guess that the objective evaluation is that it's pretty good for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue. a5, b5, going c4, trying to blast open the position on his quick, on the queen side. And who would guess that my king would be safer? That's the paradox of the King's Gambit, that white king, not always, but sometimes ends up being the safer one. Cannot explain exactly why. So it's a bit boring, but I think I'm now just gonna take on g5. Very small tactical trick leading to a position with a pawn up and a better position to put. I guess you should try queen g6, but it's pretty hopeless. Well, that's a good try, but it doesn't really change anything. And I should watch out just a little bit, because what I would like to do here in general, positional speaking, is just to keep the knight on f6, but he's threatening. He was threatening b5, so I have to take a little bit care of my bishop. But yeah, still pawn off with a better position. I'm not going to take on h7. This looks more in line with what I'm trying. Oh, there was still a fork. Knight f5. Okay. b6 hanging. Okay. Good game. Formless. No, I'll try to accept the challenge from Formless. Okay. Playing Coley Deluxe instead. Who's pretty good at Blitz, but not so great at Bullet and Classical. Interesting. Okay. Let me see if anybody can equalize against this system. I haven't seen that so far. Probably improve my posture a bit. This is kind of embarrassing what I'm doing. Yeah, he's doing approximately the same as what Jordan did, but I suppose it's better not to spend a move on bishop d3. this move I'm not unhappy to see. CD now, and I'm forcing him to make some decisions. Am I running into e6 again? Did I learn nothing? No, tricky guy. Okay. I thought DC e6 would be a bit too much, so I'm trying this. And yeah, I was gonna say with the better pawn structure, I'm obviously very happy to exchange queens. Now his only chance is to organize something quick against the B pawn while he has a lead in development. Otherwise, he's just gonna have a very bad ending. So I think if knight b6, a4 is a bit annoying, so I'm just gonna go b6. And if rook b2 or knight e1 protecting c2, I think I'm gonna go rook c4, preventing a4, and then bring my pieces out with a strategically. So yeah, in principle, it's good for him to exchange bishops. So that was a good move, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm doing pretty well here. Yeah, rook c4, f c3, rook c8, very standard procedure. Rook b3, rook d4 wins the pawn in the game. So no fireworks in this one, just very dull technique. Okay, he just resigned, which is sensible enough. He's a good enough player to understand that his position is hopeless. Let me see. Magnus Carlsen, who is that? Okay, let me see. Let me try a game against one of our Dutch fans, Noordertov. Yeah, he's gonna be served with us. I'm sorry, guys. As long as I only get good positions with this stupid line, I'm gonna play it. Sorry for the lack of creativity, but I'm not a creative person. I realized that recently, or it's been pointed out to me. I always thought I was. It turns out I'm not. That I'm probably more of a analytical type, which surprised me because I always thought I was dumb. Could be both. Anyway, he's not done too well in the opening. He's played fast, but he's a couple of pawns down, and that is usually very bad news, because not only do you lose a couple of pawns, but you give up a lot of squares as well. As you can see now, I'm controlling a lot of squares in the center, and those are the ones he's given up with the pawns. And yeah, why not be greedy? So that's just a blunder, I think. Yeah, now he's losing even more material. It's gonna be a rook and 3 pawns down. And that's really hard to come back from. Okay, thank you. Let me see. Who have we got? Have we got any more Grandmasters here? I want to play more Grandmasters. Okay, I'm gonna try this guy. Doesn't seem to be a Grandmaster, but he's rated 3000. A Furo Samurai. Doesn't sound very German to me, but what do I know? D4. Okay, I'm gonna try one of my typical Benonis, as I did, for instance, against Kramer. Yeah, H3 is a clever move order. Yeah, so the point is I'm just inducing him to castle, and then I'm gonna go E5. Aronov style. It's a shame he goes 1c4, because then I cannot play G6 and hope for the rats. Now with the pawn on H3, my hope is that the F4 square is going to be juicy. So I feel like the knight is misplaced on A6, but it was all part of trying to induce castling. So I'm going back to D7, which I believe is a better square, and sometimes in these kinds of positions with a locked pawn structure, you can afford to waste a bit of time. Okay, gonna try it. Do this just for fun. Try to play instructive chess, sacrificing a pawn for the bishop pair. It's not too great, I have to say. Bishop f1 was a good response. f5 just looks poor to me. So what should I do? Go back. Once again, citing the relatively closed pawn structure as a justification for wasting humongous amounts of time. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Probably wants bishop g5 now. No, he doesn't. Now I'm thinking about knight d to f6, and yeah, I can see this move is probably bad, but who cares? Yeah, that was my whole idea, bishop e2 to and then f4. I'm not sure it's great. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Now my pieces that at least could potentially spring to life. Not sure if bishop h6 was a good inclusion, because now we can go, yeah, exactly, knight to g4. and I basically just tricked myself. It's unfortunate. I'm so blind. I was intending, yeah, queen f6, knight e4, queen f5, but I'm not threatening anything. You can just ignore it, and now after bishop g4 I'm just bust. Just completely busted. Ooh, that is risky. Probably very good, but still risky. Yeah, probably good. I cannot go rook f4 because of g5 is trapping the queen. Ay, ay, ay. And queen d3, I suppose is good. It's my only chance. d3, rook f8. Bishop a6. Doesn't work. f5. I can take, and I cannot take back. Oh, g6. That was another mouse flip, I think. Am I gonna be saved by another mouse flip? For real? Oh, I'm short time. Yeah, that was... Ah! How much time did he have? 0.2 seconds. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, good game. My first loss. What a shame. Okay. Well, I asked for a GM, and there we go. There's a GM here. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I think 2 more games, and then I'm done. Let me see. T4, C4. What do people do here? They don't play E3, I think. That's the basic answer. I have to tell you people, I'm a bit shook. Don't like losing. Not one bit. Okay, CD. 95. Yeah, no, I'm just making random moves. And now, when it takes on C3, my play makes a whole lot more sense. So now I'm just getting a normal line, I think, with without having to play bishop h4 and bishop f4. So what to do now? Queen a4. Looks sensible. Queen a5 is impossible because of takes, and e7 is hanging. Oh. Maybe he's trying to induce something. Bishop f4 and then queen a5, or d5 Then at least he gets some life for his pieces. So for now, I'm gonna make a useful move and then decide whether I want to go d5 or not. Probably I'll do d5 now. It should be noted that rook d5 e4 is impossible. Here, I'm getting my center. So many nice choices. Okay, I'll play it simple. Looking like my game against Grishuk from Norway Chess. Bishop goes and then. Oh, now I'm just winning a pawn, huh? Queen e5, I have f4, otherwise c4 is hanging. And soon gonna be a pawn up with a better position. Can it get over the last game? It was actually pretty so close to flying in. Because I thought I was way behind and I had a lost position and then came so close. Oh well. Yeah, just gonna build the center. F5 is tempting. And why not? Oh. I didn't see that. Just keep on blundering. Oh, and I'm short of time again. Okay. So we'll have to speed up. F6. At least the position still looks pretty good. E6. Fe, then Queen G6. Here, EF. Queen E8. Yeah. Okay. Good game. So, two more. Yeah. Your Highness from Austria has been the top challenge for some time, so I'm gonna try and play against that person. So, once again, penultimate game now. As you can see from my play, I'm not in great shape, playing too slowly. And frankly speaking, a bit too weakly as well. So what's the point now? C5, I guess. D5, do I go bishop G7 or knight D7? That is an important question. This one I'm happy to see. Knight C6. There, kind of D5. Now I can take on D4. CD, little trap always, Queen A5. So we should. You gotta watch out for these ones. It's always tricky. That little queen always wants to pick up bishops or knights or whatever is loose. Okay. Let me see. That one was really quick, so maybe I'll do 2 more if this one is quick as well. Let me see. So who is this? Magnus Carlsen. It's a picture of Kramnik. Maybe it is Kramnik. Oh, it's a non-premium. Wow. Shit. Yeah, in general, I'm supposed to accept premium members only. So, yeah, sorry about that. That is my mistake. Please, next time, go premium if you wanna challenge. You cannot always rely on me to be sloppy, but yeah. Anyway, this happens and we'll play the game. I'll play one more after this against a premium member. H5, I'm not too convinced about. She's weakening a lot of dark squares that I'm now trying to eye with this queen d2 move. Yeah, b6 is sensible. It's preparing knight a5. Yeah, just gonna take on f5. Queen to f4. Still unclear exactly what I have for the pawn that I sacrificed. But game goes on. Let me try and regroup my pieces. Queen f3 and that knight is coming to f4. Although I think it's way short of impressive. Queen g5 looks odd to me. Don't think that's where the queen belongs. Okay. So he was always kind of intending knight a5, so now I'm trying to stop that idea. Bring the other rook around. Now I went knight f1 to e3. I could go knight d5, g4, knight f6, queen f6, queen c6, rook c6, ef. Does it look impressive though? Nah. I don't think so. So I'll take there instead. Okay, I have to play faster once again. Good compensation, but I cannot not win if your time runs out. No, I'm trying to get c4. What is he doing? He's losing a pawn and ruining his king's position. Gotta play faster. So slow. Take it. Oh, it's all about being fast. Oh, you just blundered the queen. That helped a lot. Should be able to do this in time. Oh, so slow. Oh, he lost some time. Okay. Okay, it's been a topsy-turvy session. Okay, last one. Let's make it a. Let's make it count. We have the famous Zlatan, Laurent Fessinet. I lost to him on his Banter Blitz. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row, and let's see if he's prepared in this system. Maybe he doesn't want to show our prep. Don't think this is the most critical, but could be wrong. Yeah, there's some knight g5 here, forcing e6, I think. Because if d5, then queen f3, or maybe that's somewhere else. Okay. Doesn't look disastrous though. ED, CD, d5 and knight e5. And here looks placed half first. Well, with a not so subtle intention of playing b5. Then a6, I guess. Knight d2, but now he's allowing b4. Don't know if I should play b4, but the point is that c4, d4 is hanging. Okay, time to bring that knight back into the game. have a solid position. I like it. That's I should probably finish those bishops. I wasn't sure though. Oh yes, d5. That was massively unnecessary. I'm so bad at chess right now. It's unbelievable. Yeah, this is really quite disgusting. I thought my position is nice, but now I'm just fighting to stay afloat. Ugh. Try this one. Yeah, my idea was that here I thought I could kind of hold. Rook d6, I have bishop e6, followed by king f6. And here also king f6. And looks like the worst is over. And obviously once the... Why didn't I go to e7 immediately? So many questionable decisions. Trying to force the bishop away from... He doesn't oblige. I was gonna say trying to force the bishop away from f7. At least now we're getting king here. I think I'm taking over. Unless he's got some really quick counterplay with takes, king h4, and bishop g8. Maybe he does. Maybe it's just in time. For d1, I'm probably going to go king c7, not to allow his king, no, sorry, his rook to get activity. a5 should improve my position a bit. So clear still. What should I do? How to improve? Okay. Thinking now if f, sorry. Time to wake this bishop. How to do this in the best way. Okay. Let me try king d6. Rook d2, I go rook d3. Rook b6, then, yeah, now this is very, very bad. I can just take a d5, I believe. Yeah. Pawn ending is lost, even though he will get the position, he cannot get back to in time to stop my pawn. Yeah. This game over, also king b5, e4 would have happened. So I get my revenge. Not a great game, but yes, so happy. Okay, that's it, people. I'll be back at the board pretty soon in Croatia, trying to play some better chess than I did today. But for now, that's all. See you next time.
That was Magnus Carlsen. I was so impressed with the flagging skills. I knew he was good at chess, but the flagging against Jordan and in the other earlier game, pretty good. And thanks for watching. Magnus will be back in Zagreb, as he mentioned, together with the whole field of the Grand Chess Tour, including the likes of Fabiano Caruana, Hikaru Nakamura, and so on and so forth. We'll cover it here on Chess24 in all the languages: Spanish, German, English. So check that out, start July 26th. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully see you around.